evening and welcome to the evening news for today, Tuesday, July 26, 2022. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's take a look at some of the stories we are following this evening. President Ali discusses urgent solutions to climate change, energy with U.S. Secretary of State. Robust scrutiny of oil funds would guarantee transparency and accountability, says President Ali. Exxon has paid more than US $10 million in flaring fines to EPA since permits renewed. CANU intercepts motor vehicle with $10 million worth of GANJA, and FBI offers assistance to investigate, prosecute, and secure convictions in white-collar crimes. Now for the news in detail. Urgent solutions to climate change and energy were the points of interest between Guyana and the United States of America as President Irfan Ali engaged U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Monday. Here is Rupasina Ryan with our lead story tonight.
President Dr. Irfan Ali and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met on Monday, during which several matters took center stage. Consequently, the Secretary of State lauded Guyana as a valuable partner as the official signaled the need for solutions in the areas of climate change and energy.
Guyana has been a very strong partner for the United States and also in many ways a global leader. We're working together in our region and beyond to try to find solutions to urgent challenges, to include climate, to include food security, energy security. We're working on each of these together, and I think coming out of the Summit of the Americas in particular, there is a lot more energy in those efforts.
Discussions on Monday extended to food security, energy security, regional security, among others. In conversation during the Leaders of the Americas series by the Atlantic Council, the Guyanese head of state said low-hanging fruits were identified during talks relating to trade and commerce. In building private sector relations, Ali noted that government is creating balanced development.
We were able to identify low-hanging fruits. We were able to identify areas that we can immediately target to support the aspirations of Guyana, whilst at the same time open up the opportunities for the U.S. Private sector. What we are doing is that we are approaching development from a multidimensional lens, not focusing everything on infrastructure or focusing everything on the social services. It's finding the balance in terms of the investment. Because we have to ensure we grow the country in such a way that the private sector is growing, creating jobs, whilst we create an enabling environment for that growth in the private sector. We are growing the skills depth of the population so that they are prepared for the new economy and the opportunities that will come in the new economy. At the same time, we continue to expand our environmental credentials on climate change.
The minister was accompanied by Vice President Dr. Barra Jagdeo, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Yu Todd, and Foreign Secretary Robert Persad. Rupasina Ryan, The Evening News.
Here is Rupasina Ryan again, this time reporting that President Ali has reiterated his administration's three-pronged approach to covering all bases, thereby enabling funds to be properly managed, thus ensuring transparency and accountability in the oil sector.
President Irfan Ali participated in a discourse with the Woodrow Wilson Center for Strategic and International Studies on Tuesday as he continued high-level talks with U.S. officials in Washington, D.C. The Guyanese head of state during the interview reiterated three areas in which focus was placed to enable transparency in the petroleum industry.
Ensuring transparency and accountability requires the population to have access to information. There can be no secrets. The population must be aware of what is coming. So that's the first issue, the policy you have to address, information. The second issue, transparency. In addressing transparency, one of the key aspects in the oil and gas sector is the reach and level of involvement of politicians in the government. So that's the second issue that a policy has to address. And three, a clear approach to how revenues are utilized for development and transformation of the country.
He pointed to legislation such as the Natural Resource Fund Act 2021 and the clauses which separate the management of the fund from government ministers. According to Ali, this is the greatest level of scrutiny.
The public, how the money is transferred into the system. This is the greatest scrutiny. And every cent spent from the revenue would go through a parliamentary process because it has to come through the national budget. Now, that is the greatest level of scrutiny. The national budget is subject to parliamentary debate and approval. So the resources that is coming, the revenue that is coming to be invested in the country and the transformation of the country passes through that parliamentary process, passes through the approval system and process in Parliament because the national budget has to be approved. So the parliamentary oversight is there. The parliamentary oversight and transparency, adding to the transparency process. So all of these things we've put in place.
This month, the government withdrew another $200 million equivalent to 41.7 billion Guyana dollars from the Natural Resource Fund in accordance with the Natural Resource Fund Act. This amount will be used to finance national development priorities. Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
We are now joined by Gerald Bryan, who reports that Exxon Mobil affiliate SO Exploration and Production Guyana Limited has finally installed its new flash gas compressor on the Liza Destiny and has reduced its flaring, but not before having had to pay more than $10 million in fines to the Environmental Protection Agency.
Earlier today, Exxon production manager Mike Ryan shared information with the media on the Liza Destiny FPSO. He explained that since Exxon installed a new flash gas compressor on the vessel, flaring has been returned to pilot levels.
Really happy to say that we met our expectation of delivering it, installing it, and safely starting it up in July. And we've achieved background flare now on Liza Destiny. And so remarkable accomplishment by quite a lot of people over a journey that's been challenging, but relentlessly pursuing the background flare target, and really happy to say that we've achieved that. The operations on Destiny have been going smoothly, very safe operation. We've gone over 1,000 days now without a recordable injury, which is really world-class performance, and should be very proud of all the Guyanese working and supporting the Liza Destiny FPSO. In addition to the work on the compressor, we did do some optimization work. We call it production optimization.
He further revealed the cumulative fines Exxon has had to pay since EPA increased the fines in May when the updated permit for Liza 1 took effect.
Up until June, it's approximately something around just over $10 million of flare fee. US. Mm-hmm.
According to Ryan, they are in an endurance run where they observe how the flash gas compressor is performing. When it comes to the old flash gas compressor, Ryan said this would be upgraded in Germany and then used as a spare. Combined, both the Liza Phase 1 and 2 projects are producing over 200,000 barrels of oil per day. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
Meanwhile, oil giant Exxon Mobil on Tuesday announced that it has made 2 new discoveries in the Stabroek Block offshore Guyana, its 6th and 7th discoveries for the year, and bringing its total discoveries in the Stabroek Block to 33. The discoveries were made at its Seabob and Kuru wells. The Seabob 1 well drilled by the Stena Carron ship encountered 131 feet of oil, while the Kuru 1 well drilled by the Stena Drill Max encountered 98 feet of oil. According to Exxon Mobil upstream company President Liam Mallon, Exxon and its partners will continue to accelerate exploration and production. With these discoveries, Exxon has now made a total of 38 discoveries overall in Guyana's waters. During an operation conducted on Sunday at Dutch Fort village near Hope Canal on the east coast of Demerara, the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit intercepted a motor vehicle with a quantity of ganja worth $10 million as per street value. Based on information received, upon bringing the vehicle to a stop, the driver exited same and made good his escape along the mud dam. A search of the vehicle uncovered 15 parcels of cannabis contained in 2 bags in the trunk of the vehicle. The motor vehicle and the cannabis cannabis were escorted to CANU headquarters in Georgetown, where the cannabis was weighed and amounted to 33.4 kilograms, which has a street value of $10 million. Meanwhile, the Drug Enforcement Unit has issued a wanted bulletin for Akeem Daniels, called Chicken, and Sean Sears, called Sean Storm, respectively, of lots 489 and 416 Trafalgar Village, West Coast Berbice, in relation to this interception. FBI offers assistance to investigate, prosecute, and secure convictions in white-collar crimes, and 31 million oxygen plant arrives for infectious diseases hospital. This and more after this short break.
Optic offers great patient care that is tailored for my entire family.
At Optic, a wide selection of affordable optical frames and optical services are available to fit your budget.
At Optic, my family is provided with comprehensive eye examination and access to their ophthalmology services, all under one roof.
Optic takes pride in delivering exceptional customer service and a unique experience to you, our customers.
Optic Vision Care is a company that is Guyanese born and grown that will help you take care of your precious eyes.
Sunshine snacks, cheese balls, grab a sunshine, double cheese balls. We are crunch on a cheese ball. Daddy nickel pick, double cheese balls. Sunshine snacks, cheese balls, grab a sunshine snack, cheese balls. Love cheese in every bite, flavor in every crunch. Extra cheesy, we love it so much. Love cheese in every bite. Grab a sunshine, double cheese balls. We are crunch on a cheese ball. Daddy nickel pick, double cheese balls. Sunshine snacks, cheese balls.
Grab a Sunshine Snacks Cheese Puffs today. More cheese, more flavor.
We asked two families, which antibacterial soap do you buy?
Any. They're all the same.
I always buy Protex.
And why is that?
Because Protex reinvented antibacterial soaps. Its formula is fortified with flaxseed oil to boost your skin's natural antibacterial defenses.
And it keeps on working throughout the day.
Wow. Can I have a Protex?
Naturally.
Protex, for the good health of the skin.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
With unlimited games to choose from, you can be a winner with SuperBet. Choose from our virtual sports, live betting, sports betting, live roulette, and much more. Place your bets at www.superbet.gy or visit any one of our agents. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 and over. Play responsibly.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Are you looking for men's suits for that wedding, prom, or special party? Or maybe you need to update your wardrobe with a modern fit or a new color for work? Search no more, because John Lewis Styles is the perfect men's suit store. Come see us on Waterloo Street, and our friendly staff will help you choose the perfect size, color, and fit. Complement that suit with a stunning shirt and tie, matching bow tie and suspenders, cufflinks, or even a pair of shiny dress shoes. You will love the way you look. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, on Monday indicated that it is willing to offer the necessary expertise in investigating, prosecuting, and securing convictions for a number of white-collar crimes in Guyana. Bisham Mohammed reports.
Present at the meeting were the FBI's legal attaché, James Markley, his assistant, and Mayan Shi of the U.S. State Department, along with Guyana's Attorney General Anil Nandlal. During the meeting, the team raised a number of areas in which they have been cooperating with the government of Guyana over the years, such as rendering mutual assistance in criminal matters, extradition, anti-money laundering, and countering the financing of terrorism, trafficking of narcotics and firearms, tracing proceeds of organized crime and forfeiture of assets, trafficking in persons, and cyber-related criminal activities. The team, however, indicated its interest to intensify its relationship with the government in the investigation, prosecution, and securing convictions in these types of offenses. The Attorney General signaled the government's continued commitment to the upholding of the rule of law in all its facets, including the pursuit of all forms of criminality, in particular organized crime. The Attorney General further discussed the various policies and training programs being pursued by the various law enforcement agencies intending to augment the state's capabilities to investigate, prosecute, and convict for criminal conduct, as well as the government's robust legislative agenda. In particular, the Attorney General emphasized that cyberspace is a new emerging platforms for the commission of serious criminal offenses in Guyana and indeed globally. He pointed out to many persons who use social media platforms, in particular in the United States of America, to spew racial hostilities and create ethnic strife among segments of the Guyana population, inciting and aiding and abetting riotous conduct and even domestic terrorism in Guyana. He informed the team that the state of Guyana has already lodged formal complaints with various important offices and agencies in the United States on this matter, including the FBI, and he's using this opportunity to reiterate those reports requesting actions from the U.S. authorities against these perpetrators who operate with impunity from the United States. Bisham Mohammed, The Evening News.
The Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union, GAWU, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Oilfield Workers Trade Union of Trinidad and Tobago to enable better standards of employment in the local oil sector. This is after many workers have been operating in conditions that violate the labor laws.
At the signing ceremony on Tuesday, the President General of OWTU pointed out that multinational companies are appearing to capitalize on the oil wealth, but workers must not settle for low wages, inadequate work standards, or be left disadvantaged. With decades of experience in lobbying for workers' rights in Trinidad's oil sector, this wealth of knowledge is being transferred to GAWU to have uniform standards in Guyana.
That is the experience we do not want to befall our Guyana brothers and sisters. That all of those wealth would have been extracted and the Guyanese people would be no better. And so that is why we want to share our experience with those comrades to ensure that in the quickest possible time they get the benefit of that very important sector.
This framework will allow GAWU to benefit from material regarding safety of workers, getting the best deal, settling industrial matters, and rising from locals doing menial work in the industry. President of GAWU, Paul Narain, underscored that workers in Guyana's petroleum industry are not treated in accordance with the labor laws, hence the need for such intervention.
We recognize that the industry is developing at a fast pace. And we also recognize that in the industry, many of the contractors who are supplying the labor force, they are not treating with workers decently. They are denying them their PPE, they're denying them overtime payment, They're denying them many other things that are in the law, even on your leave. So we decided that it has reached the point whereby we have to be able to step up our level of representation to the workers.
This partnership will enable GAWU to focus on other factors, such as expatriates employed in jobs which the local workforce is capable of doing. Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
The 31 million oxygen plant that has been donated by the non-governmental organization of India, BAC 202, has arrived in Guyana and will be installed at the Infectious Diseases Hospital, the Ocean View facility located at Liliendale, Greater Georgetown.
This was revealed by the Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, during today's COVID-19 updates.
That oxygen plant has been donated from friends from India, and we were expecting it quite some time now, but as you know, there are problems with shipping things, and so it has arrived.
The oxygen plant was procured by the Hindu Swam Civic, Sang and the Sewa International Guyana and donated to Guyana coming to the end of last year. However, Guyana was not able to receive the donation earlier due to shipping and logistical problems caused by the pandemic. Minister Anthony stated that with the arrival of the plant, they are now awaiting the engineers from India to have it installed, which will then enable the Ocean View facility to produce its own oxygen.
We have started the process of setting up the plant at Ocean View. We have allocated the space and so forth. And we are awaiting the arrival of two engineers from India who would complete the installation of the plant. Once that plant is installed, then we would be able to manufacture oxygen on the site of the hospital. And as you can imagine, that would substantially help the oxygen bill that we have at the hospital.
Meanwhile, there are currently 18 persons in hospitals across the country, with 11 persons being at the Ocean View facility, of which 2 are in the intensive care unit. The Health Ministry has been able to detect 98 new cases within the last 24 hours, which is expected to be more due to the lack in testing and other factors. In terms of vaccination, 444,857 or 86.7% of adults have received the first dose of a COVID vaccine, while 344,517 or 67.2% have received 2 doses. For the 12 to 17 age cohort, 35,350 or 48.5% have received the first dose vaccine, while 25,856 or 35.5% have received 2 doses. For the 5 to 11 age cohort, 5,955 or 5.8% have received the first dose vaccine, while 1,285 or 1.3% have received 2 doses. So far, 7,778 booster doses have been administered. For the Evening News, Amar Prasad.
After a rigid screening process of 48 contestants from across the world, only 10 remain to do battle for the coveted title of Miss World Guyana 2022. Shane Marks tells us more.
Andrea King, Anjani Lal, Arian Richmond, Emily Nurse, Esther Marslow, Crystal Collymore, Melinda U. Halim, Nina Pai, Rishana Jones, and Trevelyn Harry are the 10 finalists for the Miss World Guyana 2022 pageant. These 10 finalists will be sashed on August 1 as they each will be assigned to one of the 10 administrative regions in Guyana.
Miss World Guyana 2022 national competition will see 10 empowered and diverse candidates inaugurated as regional ambassadors.
In a press conference on Monday, the Ramada Georgetown Princess Hotel was revealed as the official home of the Miss World Guyana 2022.
Ramada Georgetown Princess Hotel, the official home for Miss World Guyana. Fernandez Guyana Enterprise, the official diamond sponsor for Miss World Guyana. Nan Prasad and Company Limited, the official platinum sponsor for Miss World Guyana. Space Gym, the official sports and fitness partner for Miss World Guyana. Professional Prints and Design, the branding partner for Miss World Guyana.
A host of events are already set in motion as the contestants are closer to the crown of Miss World Guyana 2022. This year, $5.5 million will be up for grabs in cash and prizes. Miss World Guyana 2022 will be crowned on August 21 at the National Cultural Center. Shane Marks, The Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
Damawara Harbor Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Wednesday, July 27, 2022 at 2 hours 30 for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 16 hours 15 on Wednesday, July 27, 2022, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
Puran says team still confident heading into final ODI, and DDL partners with Petra for Exxon's Under-14 tournament. Details of these stories and more in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp, coming up on the other side of the break.
Poultry farmers, save money by cutting down the time it takes to pluck your chickens with the plucking machine from Sylvie's. Now available at affordable prices in 3 sizes: 500, 550 and 600 mm, 110 220 volts, 60 cycles, 1450 RPM. Replacement motors and the plucking fingers are also readily available right now at Sylvie's Variety Store, High and Hatfield Streets, Georgetown.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
It happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the 2 most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Satco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store, located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rheinveld.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Get the right seal right now from Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., your immediate SKF sealing solutions. The SKF Seal Jet Machine is capable of building seals from 5mm to 600mm in diameter in under 5 minutes. With technical support readily available, you can get a customized seal to suit virtually any industrial application, like buffer, rod, wiper, and piston seals. SKF Seal Jet Machine, now at Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc.